Hey, welcome to the podcast. What do we got?
Well,
Yesterday was Father's Day, so we did a recap on that.
Yeah, it was great. And my wife went to a lot of effort to help the kids out with the presents.
Did she? I found a note from my neighbour who's got a huge issue with something that my other neighbour is doing to me.
Well, it's bin related,
Yeah.
Swanee, which the phone lines just went absolutely crazy.
Tommy
crazy.
Gleisner was in because I have him been paying attention on tonight, and also Nathan Broad from the Richmond Football Club. The Vanquished.
I can't believe he's still alive.
I know.
Oh, well, you wouldn't want to breathalyse him, by the way. But he's done a fair effort to get in here on a Mad Monday.
Monday.
Enjoy.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
Good morning, Melbourne, you cheeky squirrels. I hope you had a gorgeous weekend. How are my boys going? Where my boys at?
Absolutely. Well, it was the best weekend ever for football. It was great. Dino.
God.
We started on Thursday night. We spoke about that on Friday. But when my boys beat your boys, Swanee. But then the next 3 games was unbelievable. Combined 4 games of finals football was the best start to a final series in my lifetime.
Wow.
How good's that, Swanee?
That's a huge sentence.
Yes,
good.
it was.
It's so good.
Footy's been great this year, honestly.
Yeah.
It
The
has.
product has been amazing, and obviously I thought the weekend was symbolic of that, Swanee, so that was great.
We're burying
thanks-
the lead, of course.
Thanks to Satan, the 666. Do
Yeah,
I have to
thanks
stop
to
saying that? Do I have to stop thanking Satan? No.
Let's celebrate Satan.
You're probably giving fodder to some people.
We are burying the lead, though, Swanee, because Dino went down to Crowell Castle on the weekend. And
Tell me everything. Was there a party there? Crowell Castle, in case you're wondering, is a one-man's dream.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody in the 70s built a huge castle,
Yeah.
Crowell Castle. And you can still visit there. Can you put your hands in the
know.
stocks?
Can you?
Can you get whipped?
my mate owns it.
Hinksy.
Our mate Hinksy owns it. You know Hinksy.
He does not.
He does.
Mate.
He owned Crowell Castle.
Hinksy's got his finger in every pie in this damn town.
So I've heard.
He goes... He always often ring him and go, what are you up to, mate? He goes, just on my way to Crowell Castle. After about the 3rd time, I said to him, mate, what's your infatuation with Crowell Castle? He goes, I own it with a few of the boys. Well, of course you do. That's just something you do.
That sounds like a decision that was made while drunk.
Yes. I
What
think
you
it
guys
was.
don't know is that you go on a Saturday night and you do a interactive murder mystery banquet dinner.
Yeah.
Oh, this is unbelievable.
So you
I
have
know.
dinner and then you walk around the grounds into different castle rooms and witness shocking events. And
like-
you have to question the actors. And let me tell you, I took that for a walk.
Is it like playing Cluedo
Yeah.
after a feed?
Oh, yeah, man.
It's like live Cluedo.
Dressed as a medieval boy.
Can you please ask me next time? I
Mate.
would love that so much.
Yeah,
20 of my mates, it was wild stuff. It was wild.
That is brilliant. Also, happy Father's Day to everybody who celebrated yesterday.
Got stories about that coming up, gang?
Yep.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
How good is exploring our amazing backyard again?
And ticking off all Aussie big things. Pineapples, bananas, melons.
That's making me hungry.
Head to whatif.com and start planning your big Aussie adventure.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Good morning, Melbourne. Chrissie, Sam and Brownie and Over 100 if you're booking a holiday. What if is Aussie for travel?
Bit of talking footy, Swanee.
Second footy.
Like I just said, that was the best start to a final series in recent history. Certainly that I can remember. I'm 40 years old, Christine Swan. So I can remember about 30 of them. And that absolutely takes the cake. Friday night was sensational. 78,000 for Melbourne, Sydney at the MCG. A bit of an upset. The Swannies over the top of the Ds. I tell you what, though, the highlight of the night for me wasn't the on-field action. It was on the panel, because I was there with Nicky Rewaltz,
G-Lion.
G-Lion, and Nathan Buckley were on the panel. Swanee up there at
I
level
saw
4.
that. The top 4. Huh?
Powerful.
It looks impressive too, the view there you get right behind the goals. It was awesome to be there.
If you were playing a game of Foursquare.
Whoa. That's your team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
King, Queen, Jack, Dunce. Who are they?
Well, the dunce,
I think the
sadly,
king
is
is-
Rui.
Okay. King's G.
Yeah.
G-Lions.
G-Lion.
He's the compare, if you will.
Yeah.
What else we got?
King and Queen.
No, the
How
king.
did
The
you
king is Gaz.
King's
Oh, okay.
guys.
Queen and Jack.
Well, I'm the Jack, definitely.
And Bucks is queen because he's beautiful.
That's true.
There we go.
I tell you, it was beautiful though.
Yes.
Rui, because Rui wore a turtleneck, which lit up social media. like a real high. So he's sort of picturing Neo from Matrix.
He loves fashion, actually.
He loves fashion.
Fashion and food. He's a Renaissance man.
Renaissance man, absolutely. Bit of Nick Fury from the Marvel movies about him, Samuel L. Jackson's character.
Nice.
He just needed the little eye patch. He would have been perfect. Or Derek Zoolander. I'm thinking it was Derek Zoolanderish because he does love his fashion. He loves swathing his hair up.
Yes, he does.
So he copped a fair bit of feedback, Swanee, at the ground and on social media for his turtleneck.
Did he have turtleneck
It
regret?
looked absolutely ridiculous, Christine Swan. Ridiculous.
Turtleneck regret.
Wait.
Should we get him on to discuss the
Yes.
turtleneck discussion?
Nah, he's not
I'd
allowed
like
to.
to.
He's not allowed to. He's Triple M boy.
Really?
Triple M
Those
boy.
rules are dumb. No one cares.
No one cares.
So that was the highlight of the night for me. Swanee,
man.
it was fantastic.
Swans
Fair
weren't
enough.
supposed to win, John.
No, they weren't supposed to win. The D's, well, there's a bit happening there, you know. There's a bit of pressure on. Luke Jackson can't get a kick. Since he signed up with Fremantle, behind the scenes, he's had that hang over his head. He cannot get a kick. And your best player, Christian Petrarca, he's got a bit of a fracture, a hairline fracture of his leg. So that's problematic. I love it this morning when Timmy Mountford, our wonderful sound guy,
yes.
is he a sound engineer?
Yes.
Yeah, we better
I
get that
feel
right.
like sound
Audio engineer.
audio
I
engineer.
believe.
I feel like sound guy
Producer.
is just downplaying his role.
Yeah.
I know, he's a genius.
He's a genius, except for this comment when he says, when I said about the hairline fracture, of course that's in the leg where the hairline fracture happened, and Mount said, does that mean he has a fracture of the hairline?
Bless. Oh, I love that.
I like how we've chosen to bring this to air and really stacks on Mount. That's straight up unintelligent, Mount.
He was joking, though.
No, he was not joking. He was not joking.
Oh, bless.
How is he supposed to play again?
We immediately did a drug test on him. Piss in the jar, please.
How is
Your hairline is so pronounced, Jonathan Brown, that if you had a fracture in it, we would know.
Absolutely.
We'd
I know you
brother.
would.
We'd be on to it.
And then now we're going to take you to the Saturday game. A Saturday afternoon in Gemmell there. It was fantastic. Geelong Collingwood, 91,000 people. Swanee, I could not hear myself think when we were on air. We had to have the double earplugs in.
Wonderful.
It was sensational.
Double
It was just
plugger.
great. The double plug. It was great to be there. It was just a seesawing battle. Eventually Geelong got the chocolates at the end. Bad part of the game. Late in the game, poor old Taylor Adams, the Collingwood star, looked like he ripped his groin off the bone. He's gone to kick it and fresh haired the ball. Bang, groin gone.
Oh.
So he was taken off, Swanee.
That season, obviously.
Season ending.
Oh, man.
And then they walk, because the Collingwood boys, obviously, their training centre, I think it's the AIA Centre. It's just across the road there, across the way from Rod Laver Arena, Swanee.
Yeah.
That's where they walk back. Obviously, the players park there, or they go back and do their recovery after a game. And Taylor Adams reached out in a tweet because he was walking home. Said, Magpie Army, I need your help. Following today's game, whilst walking back to the AIA Centre, a young girl and her father could see I was flat. The young girl came up to me and offered to hold my hand crossing Swan Street. She then gave me a massive hug. I would love to find them.
Oh, man.
How
that's
nice is that?
Did he find
beautiful.
Well, he's reached out. So,
I love this.
so hopefully there's a bit of post-game story to it there.
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful,
That
isn't
is
it?
beautiful.
How nice is that? She was missing 3 teeth, but that's okay.
And also, the older she gets, the more she'll turn. There'll be a reunion in 10 years and she'll be like, you bloody bastard! Where'd you learn how to play footy?
You're useless.
No.
Very good. Well done.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Hope your weekend was excellent. How about that footy? It's Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Nova 100.
Dino, I should have asked while we were enjoying that song.
Yeah.
I should have asked for you to find the Pink Panther theme.
I'll dig it up.
Dig it up, and I'm going to wait for you because it really is going to set the scene for a trip that I took to my letterbox.
Yes.
I often don't go to the letterbox because there's no mail anymore, is there, really?
No. Well,
All your bills come on email.
had one yesterday, the Bible class.
Oh.
Yes. Then the lady rang the bell and talked to her on the intercom. Said just trying to sign up members for the Bible class.
You should. You need God.
I actually did consider it there for a moment. I thought, I probably do need some help.
Did she say, by the sounds of what's going on in the background, you're all possessed by Satan?
I said the 666 rule's been a great addition.
Yes, John.
Beelzebub.
She left. She ran off.
Even Jesus would appreciate the 666
so.
rule.
100%.
I could be wrong.
Okay, let me set the scene. Gone down to my letterbox. Mainly because I had to double check all the time. Leo, my eldest son, has ordered a chain. He's ordered a new chain.
Oh, Mum, is my chain here or what?
Oh, Mum, is my chain. Every day, text messages from school at lunchtime. Is my chain here?
Sort of chain, a bike chain or a necklace chain?
Around his neck, bro.
Colour of?
Silver, white gold.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, I was checking the mail more than I normally would. And look what I found.
Oh.
A handwritten letter.
Oh, no.
An envelope with no stamp, so it was hand-delivered
Yep.
to the residents.
Oh, yes.
And it says, "Dear neighbours."
Wait, here we go.
Oh. This is just a friendly letter giving you the heads up that your neighbour, I won't say his name, has been seen illegally dumping hard waste material into your bin. Regards, neighbour. Smiley face.
Oh, my God.
I was unnaturally delighted
Oh, my God.
by this note.
I love this.
Handwritten, have a look.
I'm going for the baddie.
You're going for the guy that's dumping rubbish?
Yes.
I'm going for someone that's under the age of 12 years old on this handwriting.
No, absolutely not. This is a grown-up.
Really?
Please don't go rogue and
No,
say names
no.
because there's a very
Gee, very specific.
there's a very tenuous relationship with
Mate,
my neighbours.
He's got his full birth certificate almost
Pretty
there,
much.
all the details.
Full name and address of the person.
What a miserable nerdburger.
Correct, Dino. Now, here's the
Neighbourhood
thing.
Watch. Haven't you heard of Neighbourhood Watch, Dino?
Snitches.
Used to be a big thing in the day.
You're a snitch.
It is an absolute divider of human beings. The rubbish.
Yeah.
Okay? The rubbish will break us. I'm going to tell you the way I see my bin. My bin is actually not my bin. The rubbish is my rubbish. But the bin belongs to the council.
God's bin.
Right? And the council does that. So I've never had a problem dropping my rubbish in other people's bins or people dropping stuff in my bins because it's like, if there's room, go for it.
Absolutely.
What if they're dropping?
There very rarely is.
What if they're dropping dodgy sort of stuff in there, like dirty evidence that would implicate you in a crime slot?
What are the odds of that?
What are the odds of that? And I don't think this is what this is about, do you? I think this is a vendetta. Somebody who is a bin cop. And they do exist.
Yes.
They do exist. And I don't understand it. I've tried to understand the problem with dropping rubbish in other people's bins. And I can't see it. Normally I can see both sides of the story. I can't see what the problem is. It's a council bin. It's rubbish. It's being taken away that next day. What is the problem? I would love someone to explain it to me. This note is anonymous, so I can't contact this person and say, kindly, can you explain to me so that I understand what the problem is? Because I don't see what the problem is. 13 24 10. Please, can you tell me? You can be anonymous if you want to be.
Oh, jeez.
What is the problem with someone dropping rubbish in your bin?
Yeah.
What is the problem?
What is it?
13 24 10. Please explain it
It's
to
a
me.
very polarising debate you've tossed over this one.
Dying to know.
Also, if you've witnessed bin psycho behaviour like this, is any
Yes.
psychoness around bins?
Can you explain it to me, Dino?
Hell no, I can't, Swan.
No, I can't see the point. We've got a full board of calls. We're going to get an answer. Frank from Broadmeadows, are you a bin cop?
No, not a bin cop, but for the person that has the bin, at the end of the day, it's common courtesy to notify that person that you're filling up their bin with your rubbish to let them know that you're putting your rubbish in their bin.
But
Because-
Frank, would they
It's
ever
a lot
know?
of effort, Frank.
Well, but would they ever
No,
know
it
either?
No, but hang on, Chrissie, hang on. But at the end of the day, you could put your bin out half full, right?
Yeah.
So you've got that gap from the moment you put your bin out to the moment the garbo comes to fill it up. Now, what if this neighbour puts the rubbish in, right, and you want to come round later in the night, put your rubbish in, and it's full. You're going to be pretty upset, aren't you?
Nah, I'll just go next door and put it in their bin. Honestly, what goes around comes around. I've just got this feeling of community for the bins, Frank. And I wouldn't ask, and I wouldn't expect to be asked.
I don't think that, I think it's common courtesy to ask. It's your rubbish bin, Chrissie. You know what I mean? It's just your rubbish. And if you need to fill it up, you need to fill it up with your rubbish.
Well, thank you for explaining the mindset to me, because I could not work it out, Frank.
Frank makes a fair point. You might have some rubbish to come. If it's already out in the street, you might need some space there to come. You never know when you need it at last minute. You know, when the kids are, or the missus has said, you know, you've forgotten about this bag, and then you've got to whip it out at late notice.
Yeah, but how often does that happen?
It does more often than you think.
Okay.
Yeah, mate, Frankie, reasonable point by Frank.
Thank you, Jonathan.
You got a Daniel's dozen pack of Daniel's donuts. It's 13 donuts, you mad dog.
Sandy from Mornington's Ambry. Sandy.
No, look, I do see your point, Chrissy. The only time I actually did have a neighbour who kept putting rubbish in my bin, and it's not that I minded that, but there was a couple of things. This isn't environmentally, about the environment, but they would always put their rubbish in my recycling bin.
All right, I'm angry.
Crossing the line there.
That made me cross. And then the other thing sometimes they do is put their rubbish in my bin and make it so full that the bin lid wouldn't close.
All right.
And then,
And then sometimes the garbos won't take it if it won't close. That's the problem.
Well, and you can get, you get those nasty little stickers on your recycling bin because they put their rubbish in a big yellow plastic bag. So, yeah. But otherwise, I do see your point, Chrissy. I do. But, that
Sandy,
really annoys me.
that is poor behaviour. That's poor.
Sandy, 6, yes,
I get it.
Roddy.
I get it.
6 bottles of Zonzo Estate, authentic Italian cuisine paired with the perfect drop at Zonzo Estate in the heart of the Yarra Valley. What we're learning is that bins are complicated.
That's right, yeah. Sandy, we run a neighbourhood watch service here too, so if you'd like to name them and shame them publicly, your full name.
Come on.
No.
Would you ever write
Empty bottles of wine in the recycling.
Yeah, exactly. Would you ever write a handwritten note and deliver it under the cover of darkness?
Yes, I would, but not for that.
Aha.
Righto, Donnie.
Ooh, what for? All right, Donnie from Mount Martha. Donnie, come on.
Morning, all. Yeah, I used to be a Wednesday night, 10:30 to 11:30, a bit of a stalker of the local bins, always needing to find a home for the rubbish. And I'd share it around, though, but my elderly neighbour, I went to put it in one night, and there was a sign on his bin. He'd taped a bit of white paper and written on it, "You're on camera." And I look up at his porch, and seriously, there was a camera with a light on it videoing me.
So here's the thing, Don. At some point, that man has felt so strongly about it that he's gone out at 11:30 and realised that the bin that he put out is fuller than when he last saw it. And then he's so small-minded.
That man's a virgin.
That he's gone to, JB Hi-Fi and bought a surveillance camera.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's not small-minded. He's not small-minded because what Donnie didn't tell you was that Donnie's also a poo jogger.
You dirty dog, Johnny.
Donnie, you dogged him.
$200 voucher to Harris Scarf. Discover the spring collection with Harris Scarf. Great brands, great prices. What a reveal at the end, Jonathan. My God.
Chrissie, Sam, and Brownie.
The podcast.
Good morning, Melbourne. Welcome to your Monday. And here, bright and early, Mr. Samuel Kane.
Good morning, Melbourne. I was here early, you know why? And I'm just excited to see you all because I haven't seen you all since 9 a.m. Thursday.
I know.
And no contact this time. Dean, you beautiful boy.
Yeah.
We've had Dave. We've had Dave Thornton in your seat
Thorno.
since you were here.
White-handing me.
What a joy.
Unbelievable. What a funny man. But it's just good to see you all. I'm excited.
Great to see you, mate.
I know you just get ready for it. Just smiling, happy Sam all morning.
Did you
just
have
excited.
Did you have a lovely Father's Day?
No. Why would you do that?
Drunk
Why
with
would you do that,
sadness
Swanee?
he
I was
was.
up and about.
We're all happy.
What are you doing, Chrissy? Father's Day. Jesus. Oh, yeah.
Isn't that a way to put the
here's
brakes on a conversation?
Pair of socks. Yeah, good. I'll just put one of these on each hand and knock you all out. It's stupid.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
This is what happened over the weekend.
News, sport, drama
Christine, it seemed to be, since I saw you last, my weekend starts from, Thursday to today. It's just been 4 games of football. I've watched 4 games of football, I reckon, 2.5.
Yeah.
Which is more than I will watch during the year because, and my team's not even playing, there's stakes, John.
Yeah.
They mean something.
Big stakes.
They won on Thursday night. I know we're going back. It's like, you lose and you're out.
Absolutely. Elimination final, cutthroat. My boys won. Against the odds, really, weren't they?
Hey, and yes,
Especially when your ruckman's knocked out 2 minutes into the game.
I've got a question. Melbourne lost, but they're not out.
No, well, they
finished
finished
How does
top
that
4.
happen?
Top 4, Swanee.
double chance.
That's a reward.
Right.
Hey, just the little one going back to Thursday night though. Trent Cotchin kicked a goal, and it's the old-fashioned commentator's curse where Matthew Richardson. I don't think he had a lot of confidence in Trent Cotchin's ability to make the distance from outside 50. Have a listen.
Bolter kicks to the lone man, and it's Cotchin. Right on his measure.
Don't think he'll have the distance.
Gives it everything he's got. It's going to get very close. It goes straight over the head of Jack Payne.
I don't think he's got the distance and then straight. There's nothing more certain than he's just going to kick a goal straight. That's what happens.
It is a commentator's curse. Happens all the time.
Hey, can I give you this? Because that Geelong-Collingwood game yesterday, I watched it. Saturday, sorry. And then headed into town straight away to pop into the basement.
Yeah. Did you see the turtleneck?
Oh.
The Nicky Rewalt wore.
Saw the turtleneck.
Astonishing.
Wow.
It was a brave choice.
Brave? Absolutely, it was brave.
I know I
said to him, "You're not wearing that, eh?" Tell me.
That's what you want to hear.
Did Twitter enjoy it?
Tell you what, I know so little about. I know so little about fashion that it didn't even register. I was watching and I was just like, "Oh, there he is." Have we spoken to our resident fashionista, Hollywood Jack, to see?
I've seen Jack sport the same turtleneck when we've been out.
I like a turtleneck. It did. I was talking to Big Dog about it this morning. It did shock me because he looked like a villain. I don't know. There was just something.
Yeah, he looked like the rise of Gru.
He's so big.
Well, in terms of that commentary team, that broadcast, he is the villain. If you know what I mean. You were all trying to do a good job, and he's there single-handedly trying to bring you down.
Oh, how rude!
He should finish all your broadcasts in cuffs, being let off the set. Because he's single-handedly trying to bring you down from inside.
Oh, yeah.
No,
he was with that fashion choice.
I did notice. I did notice.
No, good guy.
No, great guy. I did notice he was talking and Gary Lyon visibly could not wait for him to shut up.
Is that because of the turtle?
And I just want to know, is that the dynamic? Gary, they were showing him, and he was watching. He was watching Rui's mouth. Yeah. What does that mean? That's very rude.
Give it back to me, he's saying. Gaz the host. Give me the ball back.
Gaz is the host, and he'd have a producer in his ear saying, "I've got to get to the break." There's some commercial commitments that obviously Rewalt thinks he's doing a TED talk over there, but we've got to move it along.
He was very relaxed in his commentary, and it flashed over to Gary, who looked agitated.
He does. He gets
and he was
fired
just
up.
staring at Rui's mouth, going, "When is that going to stop?"
Because the producer will be getting to us going, you've got to get to Nathan Brown with the sports better or something like that.
Exactly.
Oh my God, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to.
Yes.
Actually, now I'm with Rewalt. Message to Gaz. Message to Gaz. You don't have to rush to that spot, by the way. No one's waiting to hear from Nathan Brown and the sports and the odds. Hey, but here's one for you. Next time Rui decides to get a bit creative, because this happens all the time, have him paying attention as we're going out to the set, just about to start the show. Either Marty or myself or someone will just say, "Are you going to pop in a wardrobe before we go out?" It's an easy one. It's a clean here. It's just fun.
I went with just straight to the point. You're not going to wear that, eh?
Yeah, you're a bit more That's the. Hey,
you're a little bit more nuanced than I am, Sam.
Well, thank you, John. I just wanted to. You mentioned Taylor Adams' tweets that he did. Taylor Adams, of course, from Collingwood. Yeah. He injured his groin. Looked like what he said.
Bad injury. Looked like it tore off the bone.
It was a beautiful a tweet after he was heading back to the ground where it said, Taylor Adams, "Magpie Army, I need your help. Following today's game, whilst walking back to the AIA Stadium, a young girl and her father could see that I was a bit flat. Obviously, his season's over. Swanee's terrible. The young girl came up and offered to hold my hand crossing Swan Street, then gave me a massive hug. I would love to find them." Now, it's beautiful. The only thing is, he's stealing. I did this a week ago.
What do you mean?
Well, not the weekend just gone. Last weekend I went out on a Friday night, and on the Saturday I woke up, and this is, I don't know if you saw I hadn't done a tweet for a while. Nova Army, this is my Twitter. Nova Army, I need your help.
Oh, God.
Following a long lunch and a big night with Jack Charles, two leggy blondes could see that I was cooked. They came up to me and offered to... Actually, I can't say what they offered to do, but I would love to find them.
I bet you would.
So I know their names.
That's so heartwarming.
Candy and Cinnamon.
That's so
Pretty
nice.
sure they were.
That's so weird. We've got a full board of calls.
Oh, wow.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Shout out to all the fathers out there.
Yeah.
Father's Day yesterday celebrated. I actually get excited about Father's Day.
Do you like it better than your birthday?
I think I do. Because you feel as if, well, even though you're a central figure on your birthday,
Yeah.
I just feel mine gets lost a little bit because all it is, it's just a holding pattern for Olivia's birthday the next day.
Poor
And then
Brownie.
Jackie Boy's 3 days later. And the derby's on. It gets lost in the mix.
Yeah.
All that
I
sort of-
understand. I understand that, Sam. You understand that a little bit because you and I are born on the 3rd of November, which is sometimes Melbourne Cup Day.
Exactly.
And nobody can come to parties
to
that
love
we
it.
organise.
Have a public holiday for my birthday. That's how I justified it and reconciled.
It was a good day, though. I enjoyed it and got to sleep in. I was a bit weary after Saturday night. And
What time did you come on Best on Ground? I heard it was 2 in the morning. Did you come on 2? Was it 2?
We're off out about 3:45. We're a bit rage. When I got home, rage was just starting.
Really?
Sat up and watched Rage for the first time in about 25 years.
John, did Rui wear the turtleneck on the broadcast and on Best on Ground?
No, he didn't. That was a miss by him.
Interesting.
I would have thought. God, it looked like he was sewn into it, so I would have thought the idea that he got out of it for the show on Saturday.
He dressed as Gru for the telecast and as a minion for Best on Ground.
Sorry, Father's Day.
It was Father's Day was good. So I had to sleep in. That was nice.
Lovely.
Did you get a sleep in Father's Day, Samuel?
Every morning's a sleep in for me, John.
Yeah.
What time did you get up?
I actually woke up at about 9:30, 10 o'clock. So
Whoa! Sorry,
jeez. It's like I was
haven't done
drugged
that.
up.
No, I've never done that.
Some of those special herbs from the night from Dino. They were left over when he was over there Thursday night. So anyway, I got up there and they'd made me a beautiful... I came down and as I came down the steps, Olivia, because I got the text from Coles, let us know when you're awake. So I text, he said, right, give us 5 minutes. Down the steps, Liv was waiting as a security guard. She had the dark glasses on. She said, "You can't. You need to step forward through this door." So I came through the door out into the opening. The kids had a banner made for me.
Oh, that's sweet.
Now I hadn't run through a banner since my storied career 8 years ago to finish there. So that was a nice thought. I ran through the banner. Had Dad
Did it
on the
say
banner.
thanks for coming home for once?
Like nuts.
Good to see you. What's your name?
Did you hit it with pace, John?
So I did. I went back, a little bit of a run through there.
Did you used to run through the banner, just as an aside, because some players don't like to run through the banner, and they, Dermot Brereton would always go through last. He didn't want to touch the banner. Did you go through the banner?
Well, as captain, you had to go through the banner.
Right,
So the ones at the Gab were always good. It was softer, easy to get through. The ones here in Melbourne, they're a bit worried about. Sometimes you get the windy conditions here, so they'd reinforce them. Honestly, some days it was like running through a guillotine. You get your head taken clean off.
Yeah.
You're at the wrong level of the tape. But anyway, I got through the banner at home. That was fantastic.
What did it say on it?
Balloons.
What did it say on it?
Just Dad.
Oh, that's
Just Dad. Just simple. And
Where is the money buried? It said on the banner.
Yeah.
They gave an envelope. Did they give you an envelope for your Father's Day?
No, there was no envelope. I got to the presents. Coles cooked up some, it was a nice breakfast. French toast. How good's French toast, bacon and maple syrup?
Delicious.
Fantastic. Easy, simple bread. Sam?
Nah.
No dumplings? No, there was no dumplings.
John, did you say French toast?
French toast.
Sounds très bien to me.
I made pancakes. On Sunday
Did ya?
morning. They were beautiful.
Well, Coles didn't want to make pancakes because that's my thing.
Right.
So,
Did you see that? Did you see that double back? Mate, that was about 2 minutes later.
I think you'll find it was worth it. Roll it. If you look back at the tape,
No, we're not.
worth it.
100% worth it.
Dino, you ready?
Yeah.
You know what I had? I got downstairs.
What'd you have?
Beautiful French toast.
Sounds très
There
bien
you
to
go.
me.
See, that's when it needed to be.
No, see, you find it, and then you say, "Did you say French?" And then get them to say yes.
So
It sounds like a lovely morning.
it was great. And then obviously you get a little prize.
Yeah.
You know, a little prize for Father's Day,
Present,
which is good.
gift, prize.
You haven't won an award, mate. It's a beautiful
You win again, John.
Yeah.
I won an award for best father.
You won Father's Day. What was the prize? What was the prize?
Wasn't a big field. I said to the kids, "Not a big field, kids. I'm your only father."
All right.
Is
that what you said? I'm your only father.
I won a prize.
You win
I won
again.
a prize. So in the prize pack, I thought Coles must have got it from Nova, but anyway, it was like a little prize pack. Toblerone, which I love.
Fantastic.
Orange flavour or regular flavour?
No, regular flavour.
The new orange ones are great, by the way.
I warned the kids straight away that do not touch it. That's
Yeah,
my Toblerone.
do not
because
touch
I
it.
brought it home last time and they ate it all on me.
Good to start.
This is my gift.
Good to start your thank you speech with a threat.
Absolutely. Yes. Well, I just thought I'd just
sharpen up.
sharpen
Sam,
them right
it's
up.
his prize.
It was my prize.
His prize.
He earned it.
Then there was a packet of Jiffy firelighters. Because my son is a pyromaniac, as we know. He just lights fires the whole time.
Another gift, not for you.
Not for me. And then the last two gifts were magnificent. Now, considering I'm an ambassador of this particular brand, they're magnificent. So clearly now, this is when I realised that the preparation of the wife wasn't great leading into Father's Day. When it comes to prizes.
You're not her father.
The last two.
I'm sorry, but Jiffy Firelighters should have told you that.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a giveaway about the path we're going.
They're the ones where Jack said, by the way, they're mine. Don't touch them.
That's right.
Toblerone's yours, Dad.
The last two prizes. A TaylorMade golf club and a box of TP5 golf balls from TaylorMade.
That they just got out of your cupboard.
Yes.
Want to see what happens in the studio? Check it out on Facebook. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Melbourne.
Number 35 for Richmond.
Hey there, Nathan Broad. Let's talk footy with you.
Hello, Brodie.
Morning, gang.
Am I on? Yes, I am. Great to see you.
Good to see you all as well.
Have you celebrated the end of your season?
Yes, we did. Drowned the sorrows away. So try to drink as much to forget about it all. And
I see you've burst a blood vessel in your eye.
I have done that, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Is that from spewing or what?
Headbutting Barmy.
Yeah, from spewing. I wasn't too piss fit going into Friday. So, yeah.
I didn't expect you to agree with me.
All right, listen.
Jeez. He's joking, of course.
Of course
Yeah,
he is.
joking.
Of course he is. Listen, well, let's get back to...
Let's get to it.
Well, we want to do a service to our listeners. On Thursday night, you were front and centre for a the start of the finals. You're up at the Gabba.
The Gabba Tour. The Gabba Tour.
I'm not calling it that.
The Jabba.
No one is.
No one is. What was it like out there? How was it? How was the reaction in the rooms afterwards? We'll get to your teammate Tom Lynch's.
It seemed
point.
loud.
Yeah.
It seemed very loud.
It was. I think there was only 35,000 there, but it felt like 60, 70,000. They were up and about. There was a lot of Tigers fans, actually, so it was good. Perfect night for football. Couldn't have been any better. Just the result, unfortunately.
You seem to be ahead all night. Why couldn't you put them away? What's wrong
I
with
don't
you?
know. I was telling Brownie before off air, we kicked a couple. We thought we'd put them away maybe. Then they'd come back and kick another one. And, hats off to them. They were in for the fight. And, I think it was the most changes in history for a final. I think 17 score changes or something. So would have been a good game for the viewers. But
As a
we were
neutral,
on the bad end of it.
as a neutral, to see 32 goals in a final was wonderful.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Both teams over 100 points.
Yeah.
Symbolic of the year. I think the game's been better this year. Certainly the ball flows better. Don't you reckon?
I think so, yeah. I think the game's getting a bit better and it's going in the right way, but we're getting towards the end
There
of the
are a lot
season and there's normally rule changes again, so fingers crossed there's not.
Nathan Broad, there are a lot of angry people about this, and I refer to a conversation I had with the Lollipop Man outside the front of my kid's school, Greg, also known as
Whale.
He was so irate about the call about the goal that cost you guys the game. What has been the inner...
Whale needs to suck it up, by the way.
Oh, God, he was furious.
He's sober?
Yes, he is. What has been the feedback and the internal discussions about that situation?
Oh, unfortunately, it is what it is, but I've never seen an umpire's call overturned like that. I think it has to be concrete evidence to be overturned, but maybe they had vision that not many of us saw, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, and we've got to move on.
That sounds like sour grapes to me.
Do you think
You're
that
lost.
it'll change the game and that people will start actively celebrating a point just in case?
Yeah,
maybe I was doing spirit fingers a couple of weeks ago, remember? So it's a possible that they'll start doing
Did
that.
Tom Lynch spend the next 3 days actually celebrating on the dance floor, actually working on his routine for next time he gets in this
celebrate?
situation?
Well, he reckons
because there's
that.
no doubt, as a viewer, you're looking back and you go, the fact that he has done the equivalent of walking after getting a slight outside edge on a ball if you're playing cricket and the batsman just not waiting for the umpire's decision, just walking to declare their guilt, it's virtually the same thing. He didn't celebrate hard enough. That's why the umpires, the hub overturned it.
It's odd.
Yeah, well, he reckons the lights in the thing, he couldn't see it, and then in hindsight, he probably should have, absolutely celebrated the
Just
life out of
turned it on, yeah.
Hey, Brodie, at the end, I just want to relive the song fiasco at the end, so it's a huge win. And the poor
But not for
bastard
you.
in the sound booth has pressed the wrong button.
It's like, shit.
No, that's the wrong one.
That's the one.
Jesus.
Dino was on the tools.
Yeah, Dino feels seen. We need to find who this person is because it might be a relation of yours.
I'm the only one that can counsel this person.
What was it like in the rooms after the game? You're there at the inner sanctum, a place where none of us get to go. What was it like?
Oh, the first 10 minutes was, no one really talking to each other and pretty upset and sad and that. And then Dimmer just got everyone together and said, congratulations on a good year and you should celebrate making finals. And it was a good year. We were happy. Obviously, we'd like to go a bit further, but we think we're building on something pretty special.
Does he reference Tom Lynch's goal or the umpiring decision?
No. I think the whole game shouldn't come down to that, really. We should have... they lost their ruckman early and stuff like that, so... but yeah, it is what it is.
In fairness to Dimmer, he was pretty controlled in the post-game interview. Like, post-game press conference, I would have been absolutely furious with that decision, but he handled himself pretty well, because Dimmer can blow up at those post-game press conferences.
Yeah.
What about Barmy? Where was he in the locker room?
Barmy was floating around. I was having a chat to good old Barmy on the bus, actually. He's going well, Barmy. He's going good. He came for a couple of beers.
He's still the best, isn't he?
He's the best. He came for a couple of beers with us at the Osborne on Friday. Whacked back a few and then left, so...
Brodie, is it surreal?
Where was I?
Is it bizarre to have the person you're playing on, right, after every time they kick a goal, have this blare out of the speaker?
This is one of my favourite songs, but after Friday, Thursday night,
So if you don't know, so Charlie Cameron, whenever he kicks a goal up there in Brisbane, they play this song.
Yeah, John Denver.
Were you playing on him?
I had him all game, I was tagging him and he bagged 3 actually, so hats off to him, but this song can jam it now.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Good morning, gang. Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Nova 100, and all year our mate Nathan Broad's been coming in, and he's here again.
I just want to ask you about Dusty. So Dimmer spoke about him post-game Thursday night, because Dusty, one of the probably the greatest match winner in history.
3 Norm Smith.
3 Norm Smith medals. Goes without saying. Spent a fair bit of time on the bench late in the game Thursday night. Now, I'm sort of wondering why such a great match winner would be sitting on the pine when the game's there to be won.
Nathan Broad, your thoughts?
No, I know you don't make the moves, mate.
Yeah, I didn't even know that, to be honest.
How could you not know that?
Well, he's playing. He's concentrating on his man. He's watching his man kick goals.
He's singing along to John. Singing along to John.
Trying to put earplugs in.
I'm sorry, mate.
So, here's a question for you, Dusty. So you're in Brisbane.
Yeah.
Did you walk? Did Dusty come back to Melbourne, or did he just go straight to Sydney?
No, I think he stayed up in Brisbane for a couple of days. Got a few mates up there, but we've got exit reviews today and tomorrow and that, so he'll be back.
Oh, what was that, John?
For those.
Gold Coast. He's just travelled down the highway.
Is he going to the Gold Coast?
He has.
So why don't you say? Are you saying?
Dimmer was very strong. Dimmer was very strong in the post game and said, "Dusty, he's not going anywhere. He's here to stay. He's got 2 years to go."
Yeah, I don't ask him because it's none of my business, but I think he will stay. Yeah, from how I feel.
Are you staying? Are you staying at the Tigers?
I am staying at the Tigers. Yeah, extended on, which is good. So very happy.
Hey, just a quickie. I know that it's very sad when the journey to the granny ends. You guys have been bundled out, which is sad because you're professional athletes. But is there part of you that goes, yes, early mark?
A little bit, yeah. We had a lot
A few
planned.
more weeks holiday than anybody else gets.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. We're planning after Granny because obviously expectations, you want to get there and then you get knocked out. So you've got these 3 or 4 weeks with nothing planned. So world's our oyster, so we can see what we can do.
Nathan, I would just say you got nothing planned. Seems to be underestimated. Don't you have a big wedding that you're getting?
I've got a wedding later on in the year, so
well, it's late in the year now, mate. September.
Yeah,
when's the wedding?
Oh, it's a bit of a surprise. I'll keep it in.
No worries. So, because I was seeing in the paper yesterday, you were there with Taylor. A picture of you and Taylor. Lovebirds fly back to the cage.
Ooh.
The Flemington Bird Cage was the place where Cupid's arrow hit Richmond Premiership player Nathan Broad and Taylor Demir. Is that right?
Is that true?
You met her at the bird cage?
Oh,
No.
we grew up together in Perth when we were younger, but we met back up. The cage is it was the TAB tent, so not too romantic. So, but we rekindled back in the TAB tent. So
Your multi fell flat, and she just she gave you a pep talk, and that was love.
So she was the real winner of the day. So it was good.
And Demir, of course, Taylor is a Maya fashion ambassador and will be involved in fashions on the field this year. Are you an ambassador for anything? You got any sponsorship deals?
No. Did a little photo shoot with her the other day for Maya, so fish out of water, but it was all right.
Handbag. He's a good handbag.
Yeah. I'm just a cameraman, Sam. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
How do you feel about Grant Crapp coming back into focus, returning to our screens in 10's new reality show, The Challenge?
Right, I don't know who that is.
Why would you know who that is?
Why don't you know who Grant Crapp is?
I don't know. Should I?
No.
He really doesn't.
I really don't.
Bless.
Can I ask?
He was the one that won Love Island with Taylor.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. I didn't watch it. Yeah, no, I didn't watch the series.
He watches reruns of it all the time.
Brodie, please tell me you don't have a corny choreographed dance when you enter the wedding reception.
I think we are doing our one dance, so we've got a dance lesson coming up, I think. So I've got 2 left feet, so it's going to be interesting.
It'll be endearing.
What about the guest list? It's obviously a difficult topic.
Jack Charles, in or out?
Jackie Charles, yes.
Oh,
yes.
What?
Great man,
This is unbelievable.
I have to take 3 days off work too. I should probably let it know.
3 days.
What's the number at? You don't have to give names. What's the number at the moment?
No, it's pretty low. We're doing a small wedding. We want it just to be intimate, close wedding with family.
Jack
and friends.
is a Guernsey.
It's 1,000.
So it'll be good. It'll be
Who's
nice.
speaking? Do you have your best man and all that stuff sorted?
Official duty.
No, we're not doing groomsmen and all that stuff. It's just too hard because we're both from Perth and we've been in Melbourne for a long time. So, we thought to do no one, but we've got a couple of MCs who are close mates and
sounds classy and sensible.
Entrees. What's on the menu? Entrees.
Good question. I haven't done much for planning, to be honest. So
fair enough.
Barmy's going to do a little number late in the night.
Is Barmy going?
No, Barmy's not coming. But
What?
The way he was putting the beers down the other day, I wish he was coming now. It'd be good entertainment, I reckon.
Do we even ask about festivities or when's the best and fair? Where's the best and fairest evening?
It's the Wednesday after the granny. So we haven't had one for a few years. So we did a virtual one last year and that. So it'd be good to get
What
everyone
about
back
the break
together.
these boys get now? So you come back to work at start of December?
Yeah, 6th of December, I reckon we come
6th
back.
of December. We won a premiership one year, and we were back on the 6th of November.
What?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I had 5 weeks. I was drunk for 4 of them. Had to sober up that last week, and then we're back into training.
How was Chrissie Johnson's skin folds when he came back?
Have you had before we get to Brodie's question, have you had a fair crack at it since Thursday night?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get piss fit for Mad Monday, so I had a go at it, but as you can see with the eye and that, it wasn't too good at it.
How would it go down? Serious question. How would it go down if you did not drink on Mad Monday? How would that be received?
Give it a go.
I'm asking Brodie.
Sean Hart used to do it all the time.
There you go. It's been done.
Yeah, well, you might find yourself on the trade table, so find yourself at a new club.
High stakes, huh?
Yeah,
Brodie,
it's serious business.
Having you here all year has been a lot of fun. I think it was an experiment that we didn't know if it would work or not.
And it clearly has.
Definitely has.
Oh, okay.
It definitely has.
Thank you. It's been good. It's been good fun.
Maybe for the final time this year, but hopefully not. Time for
Brodie's serious analytical footy question of the week.
Nathan, congratulations on a wonderful season. You didn't win the flag, but you did win my heart.
And that's it.
Brodie.
That's really nice.
He really loves
little
you.
Brodie.
Is he making a late run to get on the wedding list?
Maybe.
Love you, Brodie.
One last push.
Brodie's also had a pretty rough weekend.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
The podcast.
Melbourne, welcome to your Monday. We've got a huge hour for you.
Tommy Gleisner.
Tommy Gleisner from Have You Been Paying Attention is coming in. We're going to do an on-air quiz.
It's been a while, Christine.
It's been a
Not
long
for me,
time.
obviously.
No.
I would
Is
argue
he
it.
still alive?
Good question.
Who? Tom Gleisner?
Yeah.
Yes, of course
Please.
he is.
Yes.
He's waiting outside. Leave the old guy jokes to Sam Pang.
Even I've just trailed off with those one.
Have you?
Yeah, I'm getting weary of them.
You're obviously on the show tonight. Can't wait to watch it.
Do you want to see what this looks like? Well, get the visuals on Instagram. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Catch him Monday. HYBPA. Gleisner.
Everyone's favourite Tom Gleisner, welcome.
Thanks, Chrissie. Lovely to be back. And mid-season, we're sort of, limping along with the show. It's
Right, so he's supposed to come in with
great-
energy, and the show's
great-
never been better, and all that sort of stuff. No,
It's a great vote of confidence.
no, it's
Who's
fun.
on the show tonight?
Do you really want to know?
Yes.
Okay.
Apart from Sam.
Apart from Sam and Ed, Marty Sheargold, Emma Holland, Lizzie Who?
I love Lizzie Who. I
Yeah.
love it when
Yes, thank
she's
you.
on.
Yes.
I thought
Indeed.
you like that real highbrow sort of comedy.
Well done, John.
Lizzie, who is sitting next to me on the front row.
Oh,
so
fun.
Really?
Poor Marty is a minority tonight as a middle-aged white man. Hey, the other thing is, too, to never forget the connection and association you have with this show, Tom.
Yeah.
Our first ever guest.
Our first ever guest. I was
Wow.
just thinking that, Sam.
You know, Brownie, do you remember? Well,
No.
it was a long time ago.
No, I don't.
He was our first ever guest, and he will be our last. I think we're going to wrap things
right?
up at the
Is
end
that
of
Wow,
today's
there's
show.
a threat or an offer. I'll take it as either. No, very exciting.
The show is actually not in bad form, isn't it? As a producer, as someone who
No, absolutely. Look, it's such a fun show to do every Monday night. We sort of I genuinely have no idea what's coming my way, which is part of the charm.
It's good to hear that, because there is a lot of talk around town that, your new baby, the cheap seats, is kind of your favourite child now. Do you know what I mean? Like the new shiny new toy.
Yeah, well, you stray. There's a certain period in any relationship when you start looking for, a little bit of something extra.
Did you enjoy the Masked Singer lead-in?
It was. I love the way the Masked Singer gets to have two sets of ratings. It's the show and then it's the winner revealed.
Yeah.
I'm wondering whether we should do that on Have You Been Paying Attention? Like the show and then Around the Grounds could have its own separate coding for ratings.
Absolutely.
Same with the couch. I mean, two different. There's the show, and then there's the tips at the end when you're out of things to talk about.
That's right. What about the encore, Sam?
Through the
We've
roof.
forgotten about the encore.
Don't forget, 2 hours later. 2 hours later, it's on.
Buzzer check, please.
Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Right. Let's see who has been paying attention.
Sam's
Sam.
is not working.
We'll just take it as
There we
no.
go.
Plug it in, Sam.
There we go.
Just an awkward silence will be Sam's.
Just like your life. Plug
you.
yourself in.
NASA, I'm trying to get this quiz on the road. NASA called off its latest launch attempt of the Artemis rocket. What went wrong? Sam.
Trouble with the muffler.
Juggernaut.
No? Close, Brownie.
It wasn't the right time on the rocket clock.
It was, nice.
Yes, John.
Nice.
Come
Nice
on.
skills. I'm going to give it to Sam because it was mechanical. It was
Well done.
a leak in the hydrogen
And the
tank.
delivery.
Oh, mate, he's undone anything. Underrated comedic performer.
There you go.
Brownie.
Thank you, Dino. Good work.
Hey, Meghan Markle's new podcast that featured, of course, Serena Williams as her first guest. Who was her second big guest?
Chrissie Swan.
Was it? I think it was supposed to be her dad, Thomas Markle, but where is he?
They don't let him near microphones, I think, as a general rule.
Sitting on a beach, sucking Coronas
Yeah.
in Mexico.
Yes,
Right. So you would have heard this on
Juggernaut.
celebrity stuff, but no, Brownie.
Prince Andrew, I think it was.
No.
No.
Microphones. Sam.
The steady hand of Conrad Saul.
Okay. This is ridiculous.
No, it's one of yours. One of yours, Samuel Mariah Carey.
Mariah was
really?
guest
Sorry.
number 2.
Like I just remember. You get it right, Swanee. The late, great Mariah Carey.
But she's not dead.
When she was out here.
From certain angles. All right.
From certain angles, and if you went to a concert when she was coughing and wheezing through a crisp 57 minutes, come on.
And she was carried through the entire
No, it's
performance, which
exactly.
is something that I can really
It's not good.
get
All right.
behind.
This is, Chris, you might want to sit this one out. The new Live Golf tournament has announced that for the first time, players will be allowed to wear what?
Juggernaut. Gimp masks.
Is going to restrict your driving. Sam. Sam.
Blackface.
Is.
No.
Chrissie Swan.
You idiots, the answer's shorts.
I didn't realise this, but that you're not allowed to wear in the
I know,
PGA.
yeah.
And this is going to do a lot
I
for
was
ratings.
surprised because the ladies are allowed to wear it in the LPGA.
They're allowed to
the
have the
ladies are
skirts
allowed to wear
or the skirts
or shorts.
But no, I think nothing more people want than middle-aged men in shorts. So that's going to really. All right,
You learned that the hard way, Tom, haven't you?
Yeah, you're white pins.
Tomorrow, England's new Prime Minister, we'll find out who it is, will be meeting the Queen, but it won't be at Buckingham Palace. Where will it be?
Chrissie Swan.
At the front of Entrecôte?
Yeah, just a nice casual catch-up.
Sounds straight in to me.
Okay, anyone know where this going to take place, Sam?
It's at Balmoral, I believe.
Yes, she's not travelling.
Yes. Well, yeah, she can't travel, can she, at the moment?
There's the monkeypox.
No, she's not.
It's a problem. Russia lost one of its most famous citizens this week. Who was it?
Juggernaut. Was it General Orlov from the 1983 James Bond film Octopussy?
Certainly one of their greatest citizens, but no.
I don't think it was.
Astonishing.
I think it was one of the girls from the great band Tattoo.
Oh,
Russian, Tom.
they were the forerunners of Pussy Riot.
They were indeed.
Sam,
It was Mikhail Gorbachev.
Yes.
Who was I was reading who wanted to be buried next to his wife.
That's correct.
And 3 opposition leaders.
No.
So that was his final wish. I believe.
He died peacefully, surrounded by KGB officers. Drama at Movie World on the Gold Coast yesterday. What happened?
Juggernaut.
News this morning.
Was it
Browny.
Warwick Kappa stole a Batmobile and was chased by the cast of
Kappa was
Police
not
Academy?
involved. Would have been a good ride.
There was a Scooby-Doo ride that had to get stopped because somebody flashed their boobies. And what I want to know, Jonathan, is your wife was on the Gold Coast on the weekend.
What's she up to?
Did she have a 3-parker pass?
Wow.
Can we rule her out?
Can we rule her out?
No, we can't rule her out.
Interesting.
That's interesting. School drop-off too. She'd be right with
I blame those meddling kids if it was up to me.
Are you accusing Kylie Brown of getting the bath plugs out?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Yes, we were.
Sometimes there's only one thing for it, you know.
We all know the feeling. All right, Donald Trump. Trying to get his quiz back on track here.
Sorry,
Donald
Tommy.
Trump was fired up at a rally on the weekend. Take a listen.
Before the entire world was watching, and they're shocked. They're shocked.
What is the entire world shocked by? Sam.
Hughesy's guest of Melody Thornton.
They were shocked
Seemed
by
to
that.
be, yeah,
but a
that
little
was a bit
closer to Mr. Trump's world. He's not happy. He's still angry. He's
Juggernaut.
Good ratings period though. That was
right.
the winners announcement.
No, it was the raid on his home.
Yes, the
Mar-a-Lago.
FBI
When they
raid.
find out what happens, what's the aftermath of the actual raid. Now,
They keep teasing with, we've got boxes of documents, it's
And also, who was shocked by that?
Donald. Well, he's claiming the whole world was shocked.
I wasn't.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Cocaine Cassie. She's back. She arrived home from Colombia. What TV show is she appearing on?
Juggernaut. Is it Mates on a Mission?
She was on one.
Sam. Border security.
It's got to be, hasn't it?
Well, wouldn't it be awesome?
That's a big hour and a half episode. No, she's going to be on.
It's not a mission.
She was on some Channel 7 current affairs show called Spotlight. I'm not a
Spotlight.
Yes.
Spotlight's a great show when it comes to investigative journalism.
Really?
That's my go-to.
Who
Can I
hosts
ask-
it?
What?
I'm going to look that up on 7 Plus.
I've got a question.
Andrew
New
O'Keefe.
Sunday night.
I had a question for you, Tom. I had a question for you.
You got a question
Nah,
before the
it
score check?
doesn't matter.
Halftime score check. Swanee on 3, John on 1, Pang also on 3.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Moderate, high, extreme, and catastrophic. What am I talking about? Chrissie.
The impact of children on your lifestyle.
It's pretty much all in the one day too. Brownie.
I agree with that, Swanee, but it was the last 2 years of my career.
Where are we at the moment? Catastrophic. Okay, good.
No playing career.
On the footy career. On the epilogue, I believe it's what it's called. No, it's the new fire danger rating system.
Yes, we've cleaned it up. Hey, Barack Obama, former president, just won an Emmy Award for appearing in what?
Chrissie Swan.
Euphoria.
It would be an interesting,
He can do anything.
casting choice.
That man
He
can do
anything.
anything.
I'll give you a clue. It sounds like the most boring thing in the world. Brownie.
It was the Netflix documentary series, Our Great National Parks.
Hey, kids, we're going to watch a show. What is it called? Our Great National Parks.
Sounds fun.
rich coming from a man who did a fishing show. Do you know that, Brownie? You ever see his fishing show?
No.
Him and Rob Sitch did a fishing show.
river somewhere.
A river somewhere. How would you describe that show, Di?
Wonderful.
Catastrophic. Possibly extreme. All right. What is
Junket.
the Reserve Bank... Oh, hey, how dare you? What is the Reserve Bank predicted to do tomorrow?
Juggernaut. Give everyone a box set of A River Somewhere.
That'll fix things.
Gratefully
Sam.
accept
Do what
it.
they normally do. Just have a guess.
They're
Just
gonna,
have a
no,
little-
they're
No?
the story is they're going to hike
Hike
the
the
interest
cash
rate
rate.
up over 2%.
Fun.
Sam, you got about 4 investment properties. You're a little bit nervous about at the moment.
Let's be realistic. 2% is still okay.
Yeah, you can manage that, Sam.
Brownie's going to have to remove one of his moats or something. The drawbridge will come down.
I'm pretty sure I remember an 8. I remember paying 8% at the start.
I do too.
20 odd years ago.
All right. Hey, close to 500,000 people crowded into Brisbane on Saturday night for what event? Brownie, you'd know this one.
Yes.
The regular one.
Does it involve cane toads?
It's possibly on fire.
No, the River Fire.
Yeah,
it's
it's called
huge.
River Fire.
What's that?
The River Fire Festival, well, they have a series of sort of entertainment and fireworks and all that sort of stuff down the river because it is the river city, Brisbane.
Yes.
It's all around the city and they celebrate the river being the central part of it.
It's like Moomba for pyromaniacs,
Yes.
basically.
It is.
Sick of hearing about all these other things that are going on in other states, like the river, what?
River fire.
And Eka and all these things. What's Adelaide have? The rolling of the barrels or whatever they have over there. I don't care about all these things.
Rolling the barrels, yeah.
All right, let's get back to closer to Nova's heartland here. Let's hear some emotional words.
From Dave?
From the clue that we set up before, Dino.
Sing and dance and laugh and cry and scream.
Who is speaking so emotively there?
I know who.
Chrissie Swan.
That was very emotional. That's Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters because the drummer who passed away,
Taylor Hawkins.
Yes.
his son took to the stage.
He did, played drums with
Did
him.
all- Have you not seen it?
No.
Oh my God, you'll love it, Dino. He does such an amazing job. He's just a teenager. He's incredible. Beautiful, beautiful.
All right. All right. It sounds like
All right. Let's move
enough
on.
of you.
All right.
I didn't mean that, Chrissy. That sounded very rude. Okay, yeah, where do we go? All right, who was just named Father of the Year?
Chrissie Swan.
Charlie Sheen.
Is, I should clarify, Australian Father of the Year.
Oh.
Sam.
Well, he was nominated for 2 different families. The great Barnaby Joyce
He was-
was taken it out again. I mean, he had an unfair advantage, I would argue.
Sadly.
One on a multi.
Brownie, it's all yours.
Craig Foster.
Yes,
Sam, you should have known that, being an old soccer boy.
All
Absolutely.
right, shall we call this a tiebreaker?
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right.
All
Okay,
on
I'm
4.
out.
All on four.
are we?
Yeah, John, you've come
Jeez,
back.
a late
Oh,
run.
here we go.
Late run. A recent Harry Styles concert was interrupted after someone threw what?
Chrissie Swan.
14 double D bra with C Swan written on
And
it.
took him, but knocked him out. No, Sam.
Was it a George Foreman grill?
Well, it's food related.
Chrissy. And it's controversial. It was a chicken nugget, and he is a vegetarian.
Chocolate.
On 5 points.
Tommy.
Well done, Swan.
So much fun.
Thank you so much.
Watch tonight.
6. What are we? 8:40 after the amazing race.
Whenever it wraps up.
Whenever.
Have you been paying attention tonight? One of the greatest shows on television. Thank you so much for
Thank you,
coming
Tommy.
in, Tom.
Thank you, everyone.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissie, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
How about some tropical stuff?
No time for the next bit, Dino, all right?
Sure.
You knew. You can't get away with it.
Time now.
Have this erased. What an idiot. Why did I do that?
It's the
You guys
best.
have caught me in a moment's weakness.
Me
So I
indeed,
thought,
thank
that'll
you.
that'll help. Hey, I'm just trying to think of the aftermath of a big weekend of football would be obviously Richmond and Western Bulldogs out.
Yes.
The other one
Losers.
is the D-star Christian Petrarca has suffered a hairline fracture of his right fibula as well as a corked calf, but confident he'll play. Brownie.
Wait, what's a fibula?
So it's the small bone. You got your
Down the
leg,
leg.
your shin bone. You've
Yes.
got 2 shin bones
Connected
you
to
got
your
the
knee
big
bone.
one.
Come on.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
Good stuff.
Late in the show as well.
Well, a lot of kids in the car.
Yeah.
So you're working to your audience. Well done, Sam. All the 6-year-olds out there.
So
let's
it's
not
the
critique it.
shin bone.
It's the smaller shin bone.
Right.
It's the one that's not as weight bearing.
Okay.
And the hairline fraction this morning, Tim Mountford, this wasn't a joke, by the way, he said, this might be a silly question, but does that mean he has a fracture of the hairline?
Of his hairline.
Whoa.
All right. He's struggling
Someone
a little
check
bit
on
now.
that, by the way. Make sure he's okay.
We start work very early. That's
yeah,
allowed.
that's true. What's the lineup of games this weekend, Brownie? What's on? Is it Friday night, Saturday night?
Friday night, Melbourne takes on Brisbane at the MCG. Ooh. My boys come to town to upset them, hopefully.
Saturday night?
Collingwood, Fremantle at the MCG as well.
Whoa.
7:20.
Just wanted to say, Collingwood, a brave effort, and your premiership teammate Craig McRae is doing a wonderful job. Big game on Saturday afternoon, obviously. I think we all watched it. And at the end,
it was amazing. Players
out on their feet. Craig McRae, not happy with some of his Collingwood players lying down after the game, Brownie.
Your thoughts?
Siren goes and there's half a dozen of our guys laying on the ground. For me, that's not a winner. That's acting like a loser. We lost the game. We're not losers. So I just made that point.
He went on to say, you lie down after a grand final. Grand final's the only one. We lost the game. We're not losers. We tried to win. But mate, he's very impressive.
I loved it. Jesus. I absolutely loved it. He's copped a fair bit of criticism for those comments, but he's spoken to the players prior to that, and he obviously just carried on that message in the press conference. So they lost the battle, but they haven't lost the war. That's what he's trying to say, because the finals is a journey. It's not one game. It's a journey. So you can lose the first final, like we did in 2003, and came back 3 weeks later and win the grand final. That's part of the reason why you get a reward for finishing top 4. So that was his message to the players, and I loved it.
It's a journey, like a Kentucky tour.
Like a reality contestant.
Like your trip to Crowell Castle.
Just for those youngsters in the audience here, I'd like to be there when I'd like to unpack that further maybe tomorrow. But just if you're out there and you're looking for a job, Dan Murphy's will launch a hiring week on Monday to fill 2,200 casual roles ahead of the busy Christmas period. There is work there if you want it.
That's great.
Is there lurks and perks for that job? Like, I know when Kylie, my wife, was a flight attendant for Virgin, flights are about $10.
Yeah.
So a great lurk. Is there any lurks and perks for Dan Murphy?
Well, you're speaking to the right man who cut his teeth for 75 years in a bottle shop.
I don't know whether to say this, but when I was in the bottle shop, some of my friends got some very good deals. You know what I mean? Very good deals. Like, I should be in jail sort of deals. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Right?
Shoplifting sort of stuff.
Long time ago.
Long time ago. Prove it.
Exactly.
Prove it. Yeah.
Your price gun was malfunctioning on that occasion.
Yes.
It says $0 again. Weird. Weird.
And you've given me $10 change.
But in different currencies. I mean, not the same note you handed me. Anyway, whatever, little tip there. They will receive... anyway, up until September 11, anyone with an interest in working for the drinks retailer can receive a 10-minute on-the-spot interview at any of the shops around the country and see what happens.
Just wander in.
Go in there.
That's fantastic.
Dino, you want to be... If I see a headline that says, Teens Wild Showdown with Reporters, I go, what's that? You go, leave it with me. What do you... So there's an 18-year-old boy who has unleashed a fiery and vulgar tirade on 2 journalists. It's up in Queensland, so there's a little bit of benefit of distance. You know what I mean?
Oh, my
But this kid, what do you
So
got
this
for
kid's getting full Seb Costello. They're right in his face. It's not Seb.
Are you going to set up what happened? Why he's getting...
Yes. Well, the charge is that he robbed a servo.
Yes.
with a machete?
It's very serious.
Allegedly. Well, if you listen to his defence, allegedly.
He says he most certainly did not.
But it's just striking. I'll go straight to the end where he's just duking it out with the reporters.
How's your night in the watch house? Oh, yeah, pretty good, eh? Yeah. Your mum came around and she came visit me. I had a pretty good time, to be honest, yeah. What are you going to do today? Probably go see her again. It sounds like a good idea to me. So you're going to go back to the watch house? No, I'm going to go see his mum. Then I'm going to go see your sister. I don't have a sister. Oh, sorry. But you will in 9 months, won't you? You don't get the joke because you're
This kid, it's compelling footage.
I mean,
It's on fire, that kid.
there's a couple of questions here. One, what happens to him in life?
Yeah, he's got a job interview with Dan Murphy.
Correct. That's what I thought was going to happen. 2, he's nailed that whole you don't have a sister, but you will in 9 months because
I'm seeing your mum.
I'm seeing your mum earlier.
That's right.
It's just, I mean,
On his feet too.
there's
Like,
something in there.
One step ahead of him.
Yeah.
He's got a big future, that kid.
compelling.
That's all right. The last. Anything else here? I don't know what else is here. The last thing I wanted to talk about, Swanee, was that just a shout out to an Ohio man who was stung at least 20,000 times by a bee. Bees, sorry. Did you see this?
No.
He even ingested some of them. This is during a mishap.
Did he survive?
He survived, Swanee, cutting down tree branches. He is expected to recover, according to his family. Austin Bellamy, 20. He climbed high into a lemon tree in Ohio and tried to trim it and mistakenly cut into a bee's nest.
Oh, my God, that is my worst
So the fire department's coming. The bees have got him. The bees left stingers an inch long down his back. Apparently, it felt like he was becoming...
What sort of bees have stingers that are an inch
It was
long?
a hybrid version. I love that I've actually got the answer.
I can't believe it.
It was a hybrid version of a western honeybee and a lowland honeybee.
Wow.
They are considered a bit more defensive than the other bees.
Obviously.
And so he rubbed it. It felt like he'd becoming a porcupine. It looked like with the stings coming out of his back that there was a black blanket down on his head, down to his neck, and all down his arms.
Jesus.
So
He's lucky to be alive.
he absolutely is. He's in a medically induced coma at the moment.
Really?
But all good, Dino, as you would say.
All
But
good.
the pain of being stung 20,000 times is, I know how that feels. Do you know what I mean? Because,
Do you?
well, I've seen Conrad Sewell live, and it's the same thing.
You are brutal. You're brutal about Conrad Sewell.
Melbourne,
He's a good guy.
have a great day. Mystic Chrissie will return
Yes.
once the phones work and all that stuff.
Yep.
We'll love you. Marina Pryor is on the show tomorrow, I
sure
believe,
is.
which is very exciting because I don't know if you know this, but same hairdresser as Jonathan Brown.
Exact same.
But not same. Well, we'll find out if it's same style.
We'll
also,
see.
have him paying attention tonight, but don't worry about that. On the couch at 6:30, encore at 8:30.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie, Ripper Show will be back tomorrow. Chrissie, Sam and Brownie, unless it's a weekend.
Over 100.